Once upon a time, in a beautiful forest, there lived three friends: Tilly the Tortoise, Ricky the Rabbit, and Sammy the Squirrel. Though they were very different from each other, they got along well. Each one had their own strengths, and together they enjoyed countless adventures. One sunny morning, Ricky, who was always the fastest, was boasting again. "I'm the fastest animal in the forest," he said, thumping his foot proudly. "No one can beat me." Sammy the Squirrel, who loved jumping from tree to tree, grinned and said, "Well, Ricky, speed isn't everything. I bet I could reach the tallest tree faster than you could run to it." But Tilly the Tortoise just smiled, slow and steady as ever. She didn't care about speed. She was content with her own pace. Ricky had an idea. "Why don't we have a big race tomorrow to prove who's really the best?" he said with a smirk. Sammy thought this was exciting, and even Tilly nodded with a gentle smile. She knew she wouldn't win, but she loved spending time with her friends and was curious about what might happen. The big race. The next day, animals from all over the forest gathered to watch the race. The plan was simple. The three friends had to race from the base of the hill, across the meadow, and to the big oak tree on the other side. With a ready, set, go, Ricky bolted off, darting across the meadow in a flash. Sammy leapt and bounded over bushes, hopping with ease from branch to branch. But Tilly took her time, plodding along at her own slow pace, never rushing. Ricky looked back and chuckled. This is too easy. He decided to take a quick nap under a tree, thinking he could still win without a problem. Sammy, a bit further ahead, saw some delicious acorns and couldn't resist stopping for a snack. The lesson learned. Meanwhile, Tilly continued her slow, steady journey. She passed Ricky snoring under the tree and waved to Sammy, who was busy munching on acorns. Finally, with her quiet persistence, Tilly made it to the finish line. The other animals cheered, amazed at her determination. When Ricky and Sammy eventually realized she had won, they were both shocked. They never thought Tilly would actually finish before them. Tilly smiled and said, "It's not always about being the fastest. Sometimes taking things slow and steady is the way to win." From that day on, Ricky and Sammy learned that everyone has their strengths, and it's not just about speed. The three friends continued to go on adventures together, now appreciating each other's unique gifts even more. And so, they all lived happily ever after, racing each other now and then, but always remembering Tilly's lesson. Slow and steady wins the race. The moral of the story is, everyone has their own strengths, and success doesn't always come from being the fastest or the most agile. Patience, persistence, and staying true to yourself can lead to unexpected victories. Sometimes slow and steady truly does win the race.